Yeah? Am I audible to all of you? Please message fast, then we will start the session. How are you all? Am I audible to all of you? Please message fast, guys, then we will start the session. Yeah. How are you all? Ahad, am I audible to you? अहद मेरी अगर आवाज आप सब आपको क्लियर है तो फटाफट से मैसेज करिए. Am I audible to all of you? Please message fast. Then we will start the session. Then we will resume the session. Yes, guys. Ahad, मेरी आवाज क्लियर है? Okay. So, friends, how are you all? How's everything going? So, after a good break of 2-3 days, we are again starting economy, especially with reference to current affairs. So, I hope everything is fine at your end. So today we will discuss the free trade agreements. What are these FTAs? Okay. What are these free trade agreement? What are these FTAs? So before starting free trade agreement, let's discuss the trade agreements first. What are the different type of trade agreements? That is preferential trade agreement, free trade agreement, comprehensive economic cooperation agreement, comprehensive economic partnership agreement, custom union, all these things. Let's discuss them in detail. Then we will come to FTA. Because recently India and Britain had signed an FTA, and that's why this FTA is becoming very important for mains perspective. So let's start the session. Let's begin the session. First of all, let's talk about what is trade agreement. What is trade agreement? Let's discuss this first. Good morning, Shaheen. What is this trade agreement? A trade agreement is a contract a trade agreement is a contract. A trade agreement is a contract or pact. A trade agreement is a contract or pact that occur between two or more countries A trade agreement is a contract or a pact that occur between two or more countries concerning about their trade relationships. Concerning about their trade relationship. International trade is commonly regulated international trade is commonly regulated by barriers of several types trade agreement are a way for countries trade agreement are way for countries to form agreement on how they would cooperate to mutually benefit on how they would cooperate to mutually benefit in international trade and investment. In international trade and investment. Now, this is the meaning of trade agreement. This is the meaning of trade agreement. A trade agreement is a contract or pact that occur between two or more countries concerning about their trade relationship. International trade is commonly regulated by barriers of several types. Trade agreement are way for countries to form agreement on how they would cooperate to mutually benefit in international trade and investment. So this is how the trade agreements actually being defined. This is the meaning of trade agreement. So it is it's a type of a part that is regulated by different ways, and where the countries try to strengthen their relationship between themselves. That is the objective of this trade agreement. That is the objective of this trade agreement. Now, if we talk about the types of trade agreement, what are the types of trade agreement? What are the different types of trade agreement exist? What are the different types of trade agreement exist? What all are the different types of trade agreement? The first is early harvest. This is the first one, that is called as early harvest. That is called as early harvest. Countries agree. Countries agree. Countries agree to reduce or eliminate tariff. To reduce or eliminate tariff on small list of goods. On small list of goods to build trust. To build trust and show goodwill. To build trust and show goodwill before conclude a comprehensive deal. Before conclude a comprehensive deal. Before conclude a comprehensive deal. Give early benefits from selected product line. From selected product line. Second, preferential trade agreement. Preferential trade agreement. So whenever the countries start their relationships, whenever the countries start their trade relationships, the first thing is early harvest. Countries agree to reduce or eliminate tariff on small list of goods. That is very few list of goods they agree to reduce or eliminate tariff and show goodwill before conclude a comprehensive deal. So before starting a comprehensive deal, before finalizing a full-fledged deal, they just want to ensure whether the deal that we are willing to sign in future will work for us or not, and what is the character of the other country in respect to trade. So to conclude a comprehensive deal, it give early benefit from selected product line. It give early benefit from selected product line. Then preferential trade agreement. Countries give lower tariff. Countries sorry. Countries charge lower tariff countries charge lower tariff or or countries charge lower tariff or try to establish relationship relationship initially countries charge lower tariff or try to establish relationship initially for certain products it does not aim for it does not aim for it does not aim for zero tariff. It does not aim for zero tariff and encourage limited trade in selected sector. Now this is preferential trade agreement. What is preferential trade agreement? Countries agree to charge lower tariff or try to establish relationship initially for certain product. It does not aim for zero tariff and encourage limited trade in selected sector. So here the countries are not saying that we will eliminate or we will zero the tariffs. They are saying that we will reduce the tariff on certain products, and this is just a step towards building a long-term relationship. So what is the difference between early harvest and preferential trade agreement? Early harvest is just a kind of a situation where countries try to know the character of each other, how the other country work, what is the mindset of other country, how the other country will respond to the things. This is early harvest. What is PTA? PTA is a kind of a perfect agreement where countries try to reduce the tariff on certain products before coming onto a big or large massive investments or trade agreements. So preferential trade agreement is the first step to know how the countries will actually perceiving each other's trade policies. This is preferential trade agreement. This is preferential trade agreement. Next is third, that is free trade agreement. Free trade agreement. What is this free trade agreement? So free trade agreement, countries eliminate tariff. Countries eliminate tariff. Countries eliminate tariff and quota on maximum trade happens between them. So what is free trade agreement? Under the free trade agreement, countries eliminate tariff and quota on maximum trade happen between them. Here this is a kind of a agreement or trade agreement where countries are now pushing to eliminate tariff. Even they are saying that we will reduce the tariff to 90 to 95%. They are saying that we will try to eliminate tariff to 90 to 95%. This is free trade agreement. So recently the India UK free trade agreement is on this only, where UK said this thing that we will reduce or eliminate tariff to 92 to 95% of goods that we import from India. So this is what free trade agreement is. It's a very good relationship established between India and UK recent times, and this actually promote and flourish India's trade also in Britain, in UK especially. Now this is FTA. Fourth is SECA, comprehensive economic cooperation agreement. Comprehensive economic cooperation agreement. This is popularly called as SECA. This is popularly called as SECA. Here, countries move ahead after FTAs and they establish cooperation in other economic areas like services, investment, custom cooperation, capacity building, and economic cooperation project. Now that is SECA. SECA is one step ahead of free trade agreement. Now the countries had a good trust with each other after signing FTA. So they now establish a more deeper insights into their relationship. That is comprehensive economic cooperation agreement. Here countries move ahead after FTA and they establish cooperation in other economic areas like service, investment, custom cooperation, capacity building and economic cooperation project. So here now the countries move ahead of not only reducing tariffs, they are also establishing cooperation in service, investment, custom cooperation, capacity building, and economic cooperative projects also. So this is a way ahead step of FTA. Fifth is SEPA, comprehensive economic partnership agreement. That is SEPA, comprehensive economic partnership agreement. Good morning, Mamuna. Now what is SEPA? In addition to goods and services, goods and services, investments, SEPA usually include IPR protection, intellectual property rights, that is trademark, patent, copyrights, intellectual property rights, competition policy, competition policy, government procurement, and dispute settlement. This is SEPA, Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. In addition to goods, service, investments, SEPA usually include intellectual property rights, competition policy, government procurement, and dispute settlement. This is called as SEPA. This is one step ahead of SECA. One step ahead of SECA. Now, in this SECA SEPA also, there is one more thing, that is mutual recognition agreement. Mutual recognition agreement, popularly called as MRA. What is mutual recognition agreement? Suppose there is one CA, chartered accountant, in India. Suppose there is one chartered accountant in India. He had been certified as a CA by ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and he want to practice CA in that country which signed MRA with India. Now, suppose there's a chartered accountant in India. He want to practice CA in that country which signed MRA with India. Now he need not to take degree right from scratch in that other country. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि उसको दूसरी कंट्री में जिसके साथ इंडिया का एमआरए साइंड है, दैट ही हैज टू टेक फ्रेश डिग्री right from scratch. It's not like that. Might be he just need to complete one short course or one little bit of small training of 2-3 months, 4 months, just to accustom himself with the laws of that country. Okay, so suppose there is one CA in India and he want to practice CA in that country which signed MRA with India. Now he need not to take degree right from scratch in that other country. Might be a short course or short training required to accustomed with laws. This is just the meaning of mutual recognition agreement. The fifth, we had comprehensive SEPA. Sixth is custom union. What is custom union? Member remove tariff. Member countries remove tariff. Member country remove tariff among themselves and adopt common external tariff for other member, for other countries, for other countries. Now suppose there is a one particular, नहीं सीए के लिए नहीं, डॉक्टर्स के लिए भी हो सकता है, कोई और प्रोफेशन के लिए भी हो सकता है. इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी इट्स ओनली फॉर सीए शाहीन, इट इज फॉर अदर कोर्सेज एज वेल. नाउ what is custom union? Under the custom union, those countries who signed this custom union, suppose X, Y, and Z, these are the three countries, they had signed custom union among themselves, custom union agreement among themselves. Now they will not charge tariff from each other. X will not charge any tariff, Y will not charge any tariff, Z will not charge any tariff among themselves. But when they will trade with A country or when they will trade with B country, they will charge the common tariff against that country. So among themselves, they are not charging any kind of tariff, but when they do trade with other country, they will charge a common tariff. That is custom union. That is custom union. Seventh, common market. What is common market? Free movement of goods and services. Free movement of goods and services. Free movement of goods and services. Capital and labor. Capital and labor. Members have common external tariff. Members have common external tariff and coordinated economic policies. And coordinated economic policies. They have their coordinated economic policies also. So free movement of goods and service, capital and labor. Members have common external tariff and coordinated economic policy. This is common market. This is common market. And last, eighth, that is economic union. Economic union. What is economic union? Most integrated common market, most integrated common market and economic policies have shared with common currencies, among some countries. Now what is that? What is that economic union? They have the common monetary policy as well. That means if the inflation is persisting, in their economy, they all can adopt contractionary monetary policy. And in some cases, some countries have common currencies as well. Like Eurozone countries, they have a common currency called as Euro. So economic union is the last and the most integrated common market among the members. Is it clear to all? Any doubt, any question, anything you want to ask in this, you can please ask. Then we will go in detail regarding to recent FTAs. Any doubt, any question in this? देखो, इकोनॉमिक यूनियन का एग्जाम्पल है यूरोपियन यूनियन की कंट्रीज. शाहीन, इकोनॉमिक यूनियन का एग्जाम्पल है यूरोपियन कंट्रीज. ठीक है, उसके अलावा दिस कॉमन मार्केट का एग्जाम्पल भी यूरोपियन कंट्रीज हैं. कस्टम यूनियन, कस्टम यूनियन का एग्जाम्पल हम आसियान को कह सकते हैं, एसोसिएशन ऑफ साउथ ईस्ट एशियन नेशंस. ठीक है शाहीन, आई होप इट इज बीइंग क्लियर टू यू. नाउ लेट्स डिस्कस द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ एफटीए इन इंडिया. व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ एफटीए? Importance of free trade agreement for India. What is the importance of free trade agreement for India? First, economic growth and export. Economic growth and export. FTA give Indian exporters, FTA give Indian exporters, FTA give Indian exporters a big entry, big entry into large consumer market at low cost. Large consumer market at low cost, reduce dependency on few markets, reduce dependency on few market. ठीक है. Second, attract investment. Attract investment. Investor prefers countries, investor prefer countries with FTA to have access to big markets, to have access to big markets. Third, strategic and geopolitical benefits. Strategic and geopolitical benefits. What is that? Strengthening ties with strengthen ties with friend with friendly countries. Strengthening ties with friendly countries and counterbalance a strategy of enemy countries, What is that? Strategic and geopolitical benefit, strengthening ties with friendly countries and counterbalance strategy of enemy countries. Like if any country is making a policy against India, India can counter it with the help of these FTAs. Fourth, technology and standard upgradation. Technology and standard upgradation. How technology and standard upgradation? FTA often include cooperation FTA often include cooperation in technology transfer, digital trade, digital trade. FTA often include cooperation in technological transfer, digital trade, and standard harmonization. And standard harmonization. Then fifth, employment creation. Employment creation. Employment creation. Export oriented sector. Export oriented sector like textile, pharma, IT service, IT service, demand get more, demand get boosted, demand get boosted with more jobs, with more jobs. Okay. Now, what are the challenges? What are the challenges? First is trade deficit, trade deficit, challenges of FTA. Trade deficit worsen, trade deficit worsen, trade deficit worsen. India import, India's import, India's import grow faster than, grow faster than export. India's import grow faster than export. Okay. Second, low utilization, low utilization rate. Only 20 to 25%, only 20 to 25% of eligible exporters, only 20 to 25% of eligible exporters use FTA benefit, use FTA benefit. Lack of awareness, lack of awareness, complex rule of origin, complex rule of origin, complex rule of origin, and paperwork burden. And paperwork burden. And paperwork burden. Third, third, competitive pressure, competitive pressure on domestic industry, competitive pressure on domestic industry. Cheap imports, cheap imports have hurt, cheap imports have hurt local producers, SME, small medium enterprise, small, medium enterprises struggle, small medium enterprises struggle to compete without adequate government support. Without adequate government support. Without adequate government support. ठीक है. Fourth, other non-tariff barriers because of strict availability, because of strict quality, because of strict quality, safety certification rules, safety certification rules, sometimes it is hard to export. Sometimes it is hard to export. The first is trade deficit worsen. India's import grow faster than export. Low utilization rate. Only 20 to 25% of eligible exporters use FTA benefit. Lack of awareness. Complex rule of origin and paperwork burden. Competitive pressure on domestic industry. Cheap imports have hurt local producer. Small medium enterprises struggle to compete without adequate government support. Other non-tariff barriers because of strict quality safety certification rules. Sometimes it is hard to export. Now, what is the way forward for all these things? What is the way forward for India? What is the way forward for India? First is negotiate carefully. Negotiate carefully after considering trade benefits and impact on domestic producers. Second, boost competitiveness. Boost competitiveness of Indian industries. Boost competitiveness of Indian industries. Third, awareness and simplification. Awareness and simplification of rules. Fourth, defend against dumping of goods by imposing anti-dumping duty. And fifth, push for service sector growth. Push for service sector growth, which is the strength of India. Is the strength of India. So this is how India can, before signing any FTA, should think of that. Negotiate carefully after considering trade benefits and impact on domestic producers. Boost competitiveness of Indian industry. Awareness and simplification of rules. Defend against dumping of goods by imposing anti-dumping duty. Push for service sector growth. This is all India can do whenever they will sign FTAs. So I hope, friends, these trade agreements and especially FTA is clear to you all. Any doubt, any question, any confusion, if there, you can please ask. If there is any doubt, any question, any confusion, You can please ask. I hope this concept and topic is clear to you all. I hope this concept and topic is clear to you all. What is trade agreement? What is FTA? Okay. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much. God bless you all. And if you all like this video, please share, please comment, do subscribe to our channel. That's it. Bye bye and do take care.